Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I am Nathan. If you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today is a new episode pre-fight show for Ben Rothwell versus Junior Dos Santos UFC Fight Night in Croatia. First ever UFC event in Croatia. And yeah, it's been a while since there's been a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner because, well, there hasn't been UFC fights for a while. So welcome back, everyone. And I'll make this a quick, straight to the point pre-fight episode for the main card of Rothwell versus Dos Santos. So let's get started. Yeah, the main event is a heavyweight clash, 5-rounder. Ben Rothwell versus Junior Dos Santos. And you know what I gotta say about this fight, man? Sorry, Dos Santos, but I'm picking Ben Rothwell. Love you, man. Big fan still. I like Ben Rothwell too, but I gotta keep it real and go with who I think's gonna win. I mean, I wish both you guys best of luck, but yeah, I'm going with Ben Rothwell, first round knockout. I think his chin holds up and he holds his ground, and Dos Santos. Try to get some takedowns, please. Come on. If you go for takedowns, rock them a little bit, go for some takedowns, mix things up, I think you can win. But I think Ben Rothwell's going to get a big, extravagant knockout in the first round here. Then, in the co-main event, we have Derek Lewis versus Gabriel Gonzaga. Yeah, and this is two veterans in the UFC. Derek Lewis is pretty much made some big statements in his last few fights, and Gabriel Gonzaga is obviously a veteran with some big wins with like Crow Cop, for example, Mirko Crow Cop with the huge head kick knockout win for Gonzaga years ago. And yeah, I'm picking Derek Lewis, first round knockout. I think his takedown defense holds up for the first round, and I think late in the first round, Derek Lewis gets a knockout. I think Gabriel Gonzaga, being a jiu-jitsu wizard, shoots for some takedowns, but Derek Lewis will be smart enough to either stuff him or get back on his feet immediately, or sprawl, or basically have good ground defense initially. And I think Derek Lewis will be smart enough to not try to battle with him on the ground and avoid it at all costs. And will be able to do so in that first round where he's full of energy. And because there won't be a lot of distance, then he will be able to knock him out pretty quick. I think Derek Lewis hits really hard. Especially being a heavyweight. Yeah, then we have Francis Gano versus Curtis Blades. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Curtis Blades is a newbie in the UFC, and Francis Gano, I saw his last fight and he looked amazing. And yeah, I think Francis Gano, he hits hard and he has good footwork, and I think that's what's going to win him this fight. So I got first round knockout for Francis Gano. And then we have Marcin Tybura versus Timothy Johnson. Yeah, this one, I am going with Timothy Johnson. I think he has cardio for days for heavyweight, and he's a veteran in the UFC, and he's had some big, tough fights against the likes of Jared Roshold and whatnot. So I think Johnson gets a second round KO. I think, again, this is a big heavyweight clash, and I think his chin holds up pretty well. I think if this goes to late in the second round or goes to the third round, Timothy Johnson's in big trouble if he doesn't keep running around. If he doesn't keep his distance well enough. But I think Timothy Johnson early in the second round gets a knockout victory here. Then we have Igor Kryak versus Jan Blachowicz. Yeah, this one was pretty tough because they're both tough, durable veterans in the light heavyweight division. Oh yeah, and in case I haven't mentioned before, all the previous fights I mentioned are all heavyweight fights. So yeah, this is the first fight that's not a heavyweight clash that I'm talking about. That's on the main card, and this is the light heavyweight division. And yeah, it's Igor Kryak versus Jan Blachowicz. Yeah, I'm going with Jan Blachowicz. I think his boxing is on par, and he hits hard. Round 1 KO. I think Igor Kryak can't take a punch as well as Jan Blachowicz. However, Igor Kryak, could win by knockout here, but I think Jan has learned his lesson from the past fights when he got knocked out in the past, and so I think Jan Blachowicz wins here. First round KO. Then we have let's see here, Christina Christina Stanciu versus Marina Moros. Yeah, some of these names it's hard to pronounce. This one I'm going with Marina Moros pretty easily. I think her jiu-jitsu and judo skills and just overall ground game is just second to none, and she's fought, she's beat Joanna Calderwood. So that says leaps and bounds. And I think either first or second round submission. I think that Christina's ground game will hold up the first round, and then the second round Marina will get the submission. So I'm getting, I put second round submission on my fantasy picks for Moros, but don't be shocked if it's a quick first round submission for Moros also. So I think no matter how you look at it, Marina Moros gets a submission victory here. Yeah, so there you have it. There's my pre-fight predictions of the main card. Stay tuned for my next episode, which will be the post-fight for this card. And yeah, this card has a lot of up-and-coming talent from Europe that some of them are like Blades. He's making his UFC debut. And yeah, this is going to be a good card, so definitely check this one out. This is almost like UFC 146 all over again, where it was, well, 146, the main card is all heavyweights. This one's almost all heavyweights. So it's going to be exciting. I can't wait for this one. And then you got some good prelim fights with Dalby coming back after that impressive performance in his last fight. So yeah, stay tuned for my post-fight, and until then, see ya.